Dear students, all are requested to keenly observe this video clip. This is a practical speaking session conducted by Mrs. Needu K. Johnson and Mr. Suresh N., an alumni of our coaching center. The types of questions asked and the answering pattern can be observed in detail for a quality understanding of the process. You can expect the same to happen for your IELTS examination at your assigned center. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you like ice creams?
I like frozen desserts a lot, and ice cream is the one out of which I prefer to eat always. There are different types of ice creams which I have eaten and I would prefer to eat in future. Baskin 31 Robbins is a brand which I always prefer to eat because it's very tasty, it's creamy, and they maintained the right temperature of the ice creams over there.
So which is your favorite flavor?
There are a lot of flavors that I have consumed, but chocolate is a flavor which I relish. There are different tones of chocolate that is available in the market. We have the bitter ones, the medium bittered ones, and the blonde ones. I always prefer the bitter chocolate ones because the aftertaste of these ice creams remains in my mouth for a longer time.
Do you like cone ice creams or cup ice creams?
I always like to eat cone ice creams because the cone is made of biscuits, precisely wafers, and I love eating a lot of those wafers than the ice creams. And the cup ice creams I don't like much because the cups after eating has to be destroyed and it's a natural waste.
Do you think the taste of ice cream has been changed compared to the past?
The texture, the flavor and the taste of ice creams are continuously improvising. There are a lot of international brands getting into the market in India, and hence there is a lot of improvements and changes that we can see in the tastes of the ice creams which is available in the market.
How popular is ice cream in your country?
India is very famous for the different types of ice creams, at least in the last 10 to 15 years. Before that, it was not a very famous dessert. But today, an average child after a lunch or dinner in any of the restaurants would prefer to eat an ice cream as a dessert. And I also love to eat it because it's one of the tastiest desserts which is available everywhere in India today.
Yes. Here is your cue card.
Thank you.
Now you'll have 1 minute to prepare and 2 minutes to speak. Yes. Now you can start speaking.
Right from my childhood, I had always had an infatuation for flowers. There are a lot of flowers which I have handled, and I am very much interested in gardening, and hence I am very much knowledgeable about different types of flowers. Amongst all the flowers that I have seen and held in my hands, rose is the flower which I prefer to love watching it for a longer time. There are different types of roses which is available in Indian market, and I prefer the red roses with lot of petals in it, which are generally the hybrid ones. Now, how does it look like when we look into this aspect of that flower? It looks so beautiful because we get these flowers in different colors. The hybrid varieties comes with multitudes of colors ranging from white, yellow, pink, red, and there are even multicolored roses available in the market as the technology has advanced. The grafting methodology has brought in a lot of improvements in this flower, and this is a very costly one in the market, and the types of roses that are being used are for various purposes, to make bouquets, to make garlands, etc. and etc. Speaking about its blossoming season, this flower can blossom in any season of this country. There is no specified time where it can blossom, and it grows in all terrains of India, and it can blossom in every time of the seasons. And speaking about how it looks like to me at any point of time is it's very beautiful. It has a lot of petals, and the shelf life of those petals on the flower is just for a couple of days and it falls. It's so soft, and the flavor of that specific flower is so beautiful, and there are a lot of reasons why this flower is used like in the food industry, to create the rose water, and we make chocolates out of roses. And hence I always have an infatuation to see this flower and hold it for various reasons. And a lot of my friends also love it the same way I do, and we have a lot of discussions about this flower with them in different angles.
Are there different types of plants in your country?
India, as a country where I reside, is a rich resource of different varieties of flora. Right from the east to the west and north to the south, India is famous for its abundant types of plants and trees. As we say, there are different types in plants like herbs and shrubs and trees and climbers and so on. India is one country which you can see all of these in all the parts of this country.
What are the benefits of medicinal plants?
Medicinal plants had always been of a great weightage in India, right from the prehistoric times, and even the various medicines that is being learnt and taught in this country is on the basis of medicinal plants. Unani medicine is very famous, which totally depends on a lot of medicinal plants which grows in this country. Simpler plants like neem and tulsi and ginger are beautiful examples of these type of medicinal plants that grows in India.
Do you think flowers and plants no longer exist in the future?
I strongly disagree to this statement, basically because I don't believe that plants can go extinct on this Mother Earth, for the simple reason that plants of different habitats grow on this planet. There are different types, like the terrestrial ones, the aquatic ones, the desert ones. So there are different types of plants which lives in different habitats, and hence the habitat can go extinct or changes can happen there and environment can get damaged. But I don't think that the plants and flowers will go extinct on this planet.
What type of plants are used in common by the people of your country?
Simple medicinal plants are used by people for various reasons. At least in the deep villages of this country, for very simple ailments like acid neutralization in the stomach, cold and fatigue, diarrhea, all these are basically cured by the simpler plants that is grown in this different parts of the country.
Do you think human approach towards plants changed over the years?
It's a 100% truthful fact that people have become much aware about the process of taking care of plants and growing plants and avoiding deforestations. Cutting down of plants and trees has caused a lot of trouble for the human mankind, and these troubles are going to double in the future, and people have started understanding the curses of this process, and hence right from the childhood there is a lot of importance given on the aspects of afforestation.
So what are the downsides of environmental pollution?
Environmental pollution is a factor which only has downsides, to be very precise. It doesn't come up with any positive aspects. The pollution that happens in the environment will spoil the plants and its subsidiaries. It can kill down human beings, and it can totally shaken the balance of the entire process of this planet, and hence the environment damages that we create as human beings is always a big alarming aspect for the mankind of the future.
So this is the end of speaking session. Thank you.
Thank you.